Explain that again. What are we doing here?
We're gonna run a thrust test, and we're gonna sweep the throttle. We're gonna run 1 second bursts at each throttle angle for about 10 different positions between min and max.
Okay, so like 10% throttle, 20, 30.
You got it. We're gonna start at 100 though and go down.
Okay.
Seems to be the best way to test these.
So these are my secret sauce motors I've been telling you all about.
All right, you ready to go?
There's the girl. So let's see how this goes. And I don't know what this data means, so you might have to explain it as you see it.
All right, so right here we got, this is thrust, so you're gonna see it go up and down.
Yeah,
And
like
down
thrust.
here is current, so that's what we like to look at here. Thrust
Okay.
versus current.
So we want high thrust, low current.
That's right. Let's see if it works. It's not working.
Reset.
Oh, reset.
That's because I'm live
Oh,
streaming.
here, hold on. There we go. Live streaming. I gotta turn it on. That helps.
Hey, that helps.
All right.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. All right, we're good to go. All right.
There we go.
So we do an idle for a while, and then we do a burst 1 second. So that was 100%. Now we rest for like 20 seconds, let the motors cool down a little bit. 5 seconds in between each. That was 90%, 80%.
This is awesome.
70.
What's up, Wes? Sounds so sad.
It does. It gets really depressing at the end. It's mapping the whole curve here.
Yeah.
Those are little motors that you were raving about?
Yeah. All my little motors that I was raving about. Don't downplay how awesome these are.
Man. All right, there we
Cool.
go. So we got that.
Are they performing better?
I don't know yet. We're gonna have to do some data analysis after this. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it at 3.8 volts. So we're gonna have 3.8 volts here, which is the nominal voltage for a
Yeah.
high voltage cell. And then what we'll do after that, we're gonna throw a battery on here. And then we'll see the real deal, which is a fully charged battery. So we gotta find a good fully charged
I got
battery.
one on
All right.
there. Okay.
Let me make sure we're not too hot.
They stay pretty cool.
All right, we want to give it a fair shot here. All right, so
If you're just joining us, I'm here with Ethan from the Micromotor Test Lab. And this is a pretty cool setup he's got here. I'm testing my secret sauce motors, kind of see how they hold up against different motors.
all right, let's do it. Here we go.
So now we're testing the low end of the battery as I'm basically at the end of my battery life, how it's holding up. So is this just a program that you bought and you started using, or?
Yeah. So set up by RC Benchmark, and then I adapted it for whoops. So it's almost made for, like, I'll say mini quad motors.
Oh, okay.
And then what I did is got a specialized load cell here for the thrust range of a whoop, and then in order to run the test software, we've done PPM to PWM to PPM converter into a flight controller, so we can plug it in,
Nice.
and then just custom test scripts and stuff like that. So
That's cool. Because you do like automotive stuff, right? That's your.
that's my career.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Jesse was telling me that.
Yeah. This is my hobby.
Yeah.
And nobody was really testing whoop stuff, so I figured, hey,
Heck yeah.
let's do it.
This is
Let's
great.
get some good data for people.
Here's a
All
good
right,
battery.
all right, good battery. Oh, what do you got? Oh,
205?
205? All right, you want to do a 255? That's
Nope,
what I usually run?
Well, We can
do that.
either.
We can do
I
both.
I race with the 205. So.
All right, we'll do both then. That'll be good. Let's see if we can find a good charged one. That one should be charged.
They know what the results are. So.
Yeah, it's. I'll have to.
And I'm not going for all out thrust. I'm just going for performance. These are supposed to be like a little bit more kick than special sauce, but not
Where'd you
as.
find them at?
They were tiny. Dude.
Oh.
When they were going through, trying to, I guess when they were testing for their awesome sauce, they bought a bunch of different kinds. And I just happened to ask about some 18,000 kVs, and they had some, and I was like, get them up. Let's do it.
So yeah, this is where I say, I pretty much lie to everybody when I test with this voltage source because it doesn't drop voltage.
Yeah.
And then
it stays
when when you stick a battery in here, you start running 4 motors, it makes a big difference. So you see like those high kV motors, they're pulling like 5 amps.
Mhm.
These little batteries can't be supplying
No
20
way.
amps of current.
No way.
So
Now, is this going
Now
to power my VTX?
this will power, yeah.
Because they're
No, because we're plugging right in your motors.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not powering anything, it's not even powering your flight board. So
Alrighty.
So this is it's powering this flight board here, so it's kind of trade-off. Let's say equals.
Alrighty.
See, do I have a... My battery's no good. Let me get it.
It's not?
Nah.
Are you guys doing a dyno run?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What kind of kilowatts do you think you're gonna get out of that thing?
Kilowatts. None. No
Okay,
kilowatts.
horsepower then?
No
Any
kilowatts
horsepower?
today.
Yeah, these motors are registered horsepower.
Yeah. We're gonna pull probably like, I don't know, 50 grams of thrust on this bad boy. It's gonna be amazing. Alright. Zeroed out. Here we go.
With tiny boats, man. Fucking awesome.
Hey, it all matters, man. Yeah,
Let's
54.8.
go. It sounds so sad as it goes down.
Yeah, I just started testing mini quad motor stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I've got another rig at home that can do up to like 5 kilograms of thrust. It's like totally
It's
different.
scary, man.
Oh, it's totally scary.
I used to do testing and I stopped doing it when I had a pop on me.
What, pop on you?
Pop.
Oh yeah, I've had one explode on me on a mini quad
You need to
motor.
put like a piece of plexi or something.
Oh no, I'm safe. I've got blast zone, I got scatter shield. Oh, I know what's going on.
We don't need to fill the whoops.
No, these things I'll like assemble it up at my kitchen
You'll get
table. Although
Do you ramp it?
I do pulses
Okay.
because I do it like right here. You do a 1 second pulse with a 5 second kind of idle,
Yeah.
just to let it cool down a little bit.
Okay. So you hit
Just-
4.2 or you go higher than that?
Well, I did 4.35 on the power
yeah,
supply,
sure.
then I do 3.8, and then we ran a battery. So what the battery does is tell you kind of realistically what you'll get because you have that voltage setting,
Exactly.
which is like, everything. It's okay to like run a power supply when you're doing a motor in one prop if you're like checking different props, but you really want to know.
What
You need to run
quad will do. Yeah.
all the motors. And then the good news is like on a whoop you can run the whole thing. On like a mini quad,
Gotcha.
I can't pull 160,
160 amps, exactly.
through the board here.
Yeah, and then keep it safe and some kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be insane.
All right, so you want to do what I do next is usually a durability test.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll do pulses until the battery drops down to 3 volts. And what
Let's do it.
that tells you is kind of how it performs through the flight.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing I could do is a thermal test where I like just
So yeah.
I hit it kind of like 5 second rest but keep going at watt, and it'll show you like if it drops off because it's just getting really hot.
Okay. Let's do it.
full characterization, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because I think mine.
All right, let me get another good battery out.
Have you done a test yet?
Oh yeah.
What was your
Oh, he totally
dress?
blew you away.
Damn it.
Oh, it was awful. It was embarrassing. Good thing you weren't here.
What motors did you run on here?
I ran 17.8.
No, I can't tell you guys yet. I gotta plot it out. Man. Just collecting data. And every motor's a good motor, okay? Don't feel bad.
It's the pilot on the motors that
Yeah,
makes
true.
the difference.
I've seen Steven like take some motors that nobody else can fly and make them fly up below.
He's a good
That's what I'm
pilot.
hoping with these 1800s.
So dude, I tried some. Like I have a wheel built with some right now.
Yeah.
I even the 3 blades. Like holy shit, man. It's peppy,
It
man.
does, but it's still controllable. Like it's
Yeah.
not like an insane motor
Yeah,
where it's
that's
like,
the one thing he's doing right here. He's running these 3 blades.
and that tames it down a lot too. Keeps it
Yeah.
efficient, and it tames down that throttle
That's
a
true.
good bit, which is
I would spend more time testing my loop if I had this set up than I would be like flying.
That's exactly what I do.
I found some
I'm in my
there's,
basement testing
special
more.
sauce, but they're
You guys wouldn't
6
believe
by
the
17s.
backload that I have
Really?
right now.
Oh yeah.
huh,
And that's what I'm trying out. So.
nice.
All right, so this is going to take a few minutes to run. And then what it does is it pulses every once in a while. I can't remember what this is. It's like 19 seconds in between. And then
So is that just sensing you moving around? Right?
it's going to be 1 second
I don't
at
know.
full, and then it goes down to like idle for 19 seconds and
got a
waits, and then
deep voice.
does it.
I do.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude, that
right.
was like I felt like I had beat headphones on. It was just like rumbling my.
It's this room is what it is. Me and Jordan should have content. We can go a little-
Right? Yeah. And Ben
Yeah, exactly.
saw a 56 in there. But again, it's not all about thrust.
No.
That's 50, 56.
So you
Wear safety goggles.
What's that?
you start straight the motors.
Yeah, in this
I'm
case,
heading out for
the
tonight.
other thing I
How
set
good
up
do you
was
What's that?
I'm said I'm heading out for the night.
All right.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Take care.
More fun, man. I'm curious to see the results on this one.
Me
man.
too.
Have a good night, guys.
Take care, buddy.
It'll be bad if everybody's unplugging their wires.
So for some reason you're just joining us,
Yeah.
I'm here with
But-
Ethan from Micromotor Test
but,
Lab.
I haven't
He is
run that
running
before.
some tests on
Yeah, so what that is
a
it's,
secret sauce motor that I've been
PWM
running
to-
lately.
or PWM
If you've watched any of my videos lately, you've probably heard me talking about them.
Right.
I'm hoping these things will take me to the podium during the Invitational this year. So we're just running some various tests. Right now we're doing a durability
Durability test.
test.
We were back here like got a bomb in your picture.
It's all good.
Bomb in your video.
Yeah.
I'm not professional at all. So if you've watched any of my streams, you know, zero.
I just love the
professional.
ones you do with your kids and like running their heads.
There it is.
Join the group.
Is that
Does it look
backwards,
backwards on there?
Or,
It's backwards. What's going on? There we go.
there it is.
Stupid selfie mode.
All right. Check out
I didn't have that
Facebook.
zit on that side of my face. I had it on the other.
I should stick one of these right here.
Yes. Oh, let's watch this. So look at that thrust.
Ooh.
Look at that. Look at that peak.
Look at all that space where nothing's happening. It's a really boring test.
Like 52 or 54, I think.
So yeah, what it's doing is it's going to keep doing this till the battery voltage drops down to 3 volts. So you kind of understand what your thrust is through your whole battery range.
And now we're, and which I've kind of done by myself. I use the throttle position on the transmitter.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit there and hover on a fresh battery, and I'm at like 20%, and I'm hovering.
Yeah.
And so then I'll fly a little bit. Sometimes I'll do it halfway and see where I'm hovering. But I've noticed from the start to the finish, I'll start at like 26% throttle at a hover, and I don't go above 40
Yeah.
by the end of the battery, which I think is a pretty good. It holds its power pretty well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I hope this kind of shows that same thing. But what I've noticed, obviously a much more crude method of testing durability here, but or my method is, but this is way better.
The voltage is still at 3.9, 3.6. But it's,
And it's still hitting 50.
so that's showing,
50s.
that's showing like load on your battery too.
It will.
So you basically test batteries.
Oh, I do test batteries.
Yeah.
The problem with testing batteries is it takes a really long time.
You
What
gotta
I'll do
cycle,
is I'll
cycle,
run them
cycle.
I'll run them at 1C, 5C, 10C, 15C, 20C.
Right, but if you were only testing batteries, you wouldn't have to do a motor. You just do a load. of
That's
some type.
true.
You can do it a lot faster.
But with my setup, I use a motor.
Because you get to do
So what I have is I created up here.
So I'm noticing these are, I'm at, so it's sagged to like 3.6, oh here it is, 3.6, but I'm still holding about 3.9 on the battery, and I'm still hitting 50,
So
I do test.
50 grams of, 50, is it grams of thrust?
yeah, gram thrust.
Okay.
Yep. Gram force.
Gram force, that's what that, I thought it meant.
Yeah,
I
gram
thought it was
force.
like girlfriend. I'm still hitting 50 girlfriends.
You got 45 girlfriends.
Okay, so that barely hit 50,
Six girlfriends.
and I'm
Holy crap,
at
you're in trouble.
3.8. So
So
I'm
yeah, it's like
almost to the point of where I'd come down,
it's
but it's still holding thrust, which is
So you
what I
guys fly
like.
drones, this is what I do. I like stare at lines on grass all day. In my
Yeah, that's still hitting 50.
yeah, that's good.
And I think when it started, it was hitting 54 or 56.
Yeah, so probably like 56.
So it's only, yeah, this is awesome. It's only
I
dropped
wonder why we can't fly
a
like
few grams of thrust.
Like, I don't fly enough. I do this other crap all the time. I could spin. I mean, I've got, at times I have.
Okay, it didn't hit 50 there, but it was very 49.6 or something.
And
And we're getting low on the battery. And so that's my goal with these motors, is to be more peppy than Special Sauce, but be able to hold its thrust and its performance through the entire life of the battery. And I think that's, I don't know what the motor, the numbers,
Oh,
yikes.
heat it up in there. And
I don't know what the numbers are like for Special Sauce,
Yeah.
but this
Go your face.
seems pretty impressive. It's holding its thrust.
All right, after we're done here, we gotta throw some Ishin props on it.
All right.
Why? Oh, just
So we can show them
I don't want thrust though. It's not all about thrust.
It's not
for me.
about thrust, you're right, but I'll show you.
Size
that.
doesn't matter.
It's about efficiency. You're just burning away power right there, man.
I feel like I get longer flight times though.
feel like in versus the
It's in my bed.
science, man. It's science.
Yeah.
Can't argue with the science.
Yeah, we'll see.
How should you bench testing?
You feel like you get longer flight times with the 3 props?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'll show you. Let me show you. We'll do a test. I'll plot up. Let's see.
We will defunk that.
I don't think it puts as much strain on the motor, on the battery. It feels smooth in the air.
Takes how many minutes?
So it's almost
Keeps
like,
going. This will go for, I don't know, half hour, man. Until that battery voltage drops to 3.
God dang.
So this is simulating like just
All this is trying to map out what's the performance of the motor, of the powertrain system at different voltages. Alright, so the reason I leave it 19 seconds in between is I don't want to get thermal effects of the motor. So I want to give the motor a little bit of time to cool down.
because you're running it full.
Yeah, because you pulse it, and some of these motors run really hot, really fast.
All right, we're going on almost 20 minutes now, so I'm gonna shut this down and I'll come back to you later with some answers on these motors. And I'll tell you, they're gonna be awesome. Later, guys. Now, where's the end button?
Where's the stop?
How do I stop
Where's the
this?
bail button?
Turn it off.
Is it that?
Yeah, the motor.